In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make the most amazing apricot ketchup. And we're going to start off with 2 kilos of pre-stoned and cut in half apricots. Obviously these ones are past their best. I don't have a problem with that. This is a great way to use them up. And then we're going to add to that a really good couple of cups of soft brown sugar. Now this is not a sweet sauce, it is a savoury one. It's a ketchup. That gives you a clue. Next in the pot we're going to put 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. Because, you know, because we can, and it's part of the recipe. Next is a couple of tablespoons of turmeric. I'm just shaking it in because I can. I'm just eyeballing it. Then we're going to go for soy sauce. Okay, so this gives it a really nice, gives it your salty, and I've got about half a cup that I've just popped in there. Now next you can either use your own jarred tomato sauce, you know, like passata, or you can use a can of chopped tomatoes. It is entirely up to you and what you have in the cupboard. Now apricots do thicken up quite a lot, so what I've done is I've filled up the passata bottle with some water and added that in as well. That will evaporate, but during this cooking process it's going to help a lot. And that, my friends, is literally it. That's it. Now all we're going to do is stir this. We need to bring it up to the boil, and once at the boil we're going to let that simmer away for a good 20-30 minutes maybe tops. Once that's happened, then we're going to use the immersion blender and give it a good whizzy whiz, and pretty much that's it. Really honestly is that simple. Now while we're watching all of this occur, I want to invite you to give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe if you want more recipes like this one, and share me with your friends, because you know there's enough of me to go around. And if you do actually try this out, leave me a comment back down below and let me know how it went for you. I'd love to hear it. Now if you don't have an immersion blender or a stick blender, whatever you want to call it, you can use the actual big jug blender if you have one of those. I would suggest cooling it off first before using it. This could blow the lid and nobody wants that. Trust me, this is hot. If you don't have any of those and you have a sieve, you can put this through the sieve and sieve it all the way through, and you'll get an equally wonderful result. Now these apricots I purchased on a shopping trip to Kirkgate Market in Leeds, where I got a whole bowl of them for £1. The rest of the ingredients probably cost me a total of, I don't know, £1 altogether, the amounts that I used. So I've ended up with a really lovely sauce that I've probably made around 2 litres of for a couple of quid and a little bit of work. And it's really quick work. It's not like it's, you know, taking hours. Now this is one of those that you either love it or hate it. So if you are going to make it, just start off with small batches. I really love this one. Tanny's not so hot on it, but he will have it. And I use it in all sorts of ways, like I did my plum sauce. Oh, but if you're an Aussie and you are into apricot chicken, because it's a very Aussie dish, this elevates that to somewhere where I just can't describe to you. Now I'm not from the US, so I don't have to do things like pressure canning or anything like that, or worry about USDA standards. I do use the standards of where I am in my country, and so I am going to be doing bottling. Now this bottle has been sterilized. I'm aware that there is still some sticky left from the label, but you know, sometimes that takes a bit longer to get off. But the bottle has been sterilized. It's also recycled. It's an old vodka bottle, and I'm just pouring it straight in there. Now, I made this back in August last year, and it's still happily sitting on my pantry shelf, and it's now March, and there's no sign of anything going wrong with it or anything like that. I do use some in a bottle, and oops, I've overspill. I do use some in the bottle, obviously, but I also put some in a jar. Now, that jar is hot packed, and you'll see that process in a moment. I just got to clean up a bit, okay, because it's a bit sticky and messy and stuff. But, you know, at least you know it's for reals, isn't it? Yeah, great. So again, this jar is sterilized, cleaned, and so is the lid, and it is a recycled lid from the original jar. I reuse my jar lids probably until I find some kind of fault with them, or they don't start sealing anymore, one or the other. So it could be 3, 4, 5 times. It just depends. So as you can see, we've got quite a lot out of that, and I'm quite chuffed. I'm not going to lie to you. This sauce was really, really great. We've only so far gone through the main jar of it, not the bottle. I've been saving the bottle because, you know, I've been saving the bottle. Now, if you're lucky to have a actual apricot tree in your garden, this is a wonderful way to use up some of those windfalls or gluts. And if you are lucky enough to find cheap ones at the supermarket or the farmer's market or wherever you are, buy them up, make the sauce. Don't spend a lot of money on apricots. It's really not worth it. I would honestly just wait until you can find them on the cheap to do something like this. But you have a completely unique sauce. You cannot buy anything like this in the stores. I've looked. I have searched the web, gone down that rabbit hole, and I can't even find it on artisan sites. So you will have a completely unique, wonderful condiment and product that you can use as a marinade, you can use as a dipping sauce, you can use it, you know, for all kinds of things. You can put it in soups and stews, you can put it in tagines, you can put it in casseroles and blah, 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 but whatever you can think of, you can probably use this sauce for, not gonna lie. It looks a little bit dark here, and it kind of may have lost a little bit of its apricot colour, but wait for it. That's what it looks like in the sunlight. It's a beautiful, sexy orange colour. Just go for it. Try new things, play with your food, and have great fun. I will see you guys again next week. Bye.